Welcome to another episode. My name is Bertrand. I am the coolest dude on the planet, and I'm your friend. Confidence and clarity is the goal for my channel, especially when you get out of a relationship, because dating is different. Some call it weird. I have to agree. Now, today is a reaction video, and this is of a woman who's telling other women to never lower your standards. Now, question. Is this good sound advice? Also, because we're listening to a woman speak. Wife, companion, fun girl, or gold digger? And then the most important question is she looking to do business, or is she actually looking for romance? All right, let's check her out. Let me cue this up. Let's see.
Literally never lower your standards. Personally, if I don't meet someone who meets my standards, who I truly feel I could build a life with, and us being together is going to augment both of our lives, not take away from it, I will so happily just stay alone. Like, I will buy a farm and invite all my girlfriends, and we'll just be surrounded by like nature and animals, and we'll just like sit around a bonfire tripping mushrooms when we're 70 years old. This sounds so much more enjoyable than partnering up because of this pressure that society creates for women. Let's be very clear, this pressure is manufactured and it serves the patriarchy, because if we feel pressure to settle down, men don't need to improve their behavior, men don't need to break down the systems that are oppressing. And
enough. Listen. Oh my gosh. Listen, this woman right here was giving me a headache. She kind of started off decent by saying don't lower your standards, right? Because here on this channel, I'm telling men to elevate yourself, grow, expand, do better, right? And invest in yourself, better mind, better body, better finances. I'm telling men to do these things. The things that she was saying is highly disturbing. Okay, so first let's get into this, right? Wife, companion, fun girl, or gold digger. Now, what I'm hearing sounds like a fun girl, and I'll explain why. Number one, this is a headache. Oh my God.
Because of this pressure that society creates for women.
This is a headache. That's number one. Why? Because she's speaking as if she chose the good guys over the bad boys, right? Like, she's talking as if like she chose the good guys, and the good guys just didn't want to do nothing. No. She just sounds like a bad picker. Let's go with that. Next, she talked about she would rather be on a farm by herself. Then she said with other women. Now, this may actually be good for her. She may actually need to go off and be alone, because the thing that she actually wants, it doesn't exist. Like, it literally does not exist. And if it does exist, this is only 10 men. Only 10 men have the thing or the things that she's actually looking for. And here's the thing. Some of those guys are actually already married and have been married. So she's competing for men that are already married. When a woman like this is speaking and telling other women not to lower their standards, they should first know that there's 2 to 3 million more women in the United States than there are men. So if all men decided to marry one woman, that means 2 to 3 million women would not have a man. They would be single. So this sounds like this could be a decent lifestyle for a woman like this. But the reason that this is horrible information is because she talked about pressure being put on women. The pressure is coming from other women, right? And the reason this pressure is happening is because everything is getting mixed up. Women are like losing it, not realizing that there's a difference between reality and fantasy. Meaning, the strippers, OnlyFans models, and the ladies of the night got them to believe in a lifestyle that, I want to say, it doesn't exist, but they don't understand the full extent of that woman's life, of that lady of the night's life. It's completely different. Yes, you see her on yachts, you see her on trips, you see her with the most expensive clothes, bags, shoes. She's going out to expensive dinners, but guess what? She's getting ramrodded. She's getting trained. She's getting like everything that is disrespectful. She's getting all of those things done to her. There's a reason why people keep saying do Dubai, right? There's a reason for that. It's not just, oh, men are doing this or men aren't doing that. Let me ask you guys this question, right? Because this one, it did fire me up. Who's sexually liberated? Who makes money for making content? Content where you're taking your clothes off. That is what's actually resetting the marketplace, because how can you trust somebody who can make money that easily, right? All they got to do is get mad, feel like you're broke. Here's the thing about being broke. The average income in the United States is about $55,000 a year. So when I was doing a little bit of research, I kept reading and it kept showing me households are making over 100,000 or 100,000, making 100,000 or a little bit over that. We're living in a crazy time right now. Women are expecting for men to be they're expecting for all men to be top tier, because they in their mind want to be a top tier woman, or they want to be the woman who has a top tier man. The problem is they don't have the social skills, the economic skills, the traits, the personality traits to deal with those men who are making that kind of money. Because the men that are making that kind of money, that are not celebrities, athletes, like those guys spend a lot of time working. I know this based on my life right now. It's hard for me to date because women don't believe how busy I am. Oh, you could take 3 minutes to send me a text. And you're right, I can. But where is the relationship going? First of all, you are distracted by all the other guys that you're dealing with. I can hear it in your conversation. I'm sorry, y'all. I was projecting a little. This woman got me fired up because she's just going off at the mouth, which means no peace. And guess what? It's hard to be creative when there's no peace. It's hard to be creative when this woman is nagging. And let me tell you guys something. If you have never been in a relationship, or if you've never been married,
I will so happily just stay alone. Like, I will buy a farm.
This woman is a nag. And when you don't have peace and that woman is nagging at you, it's going to make you want to give up, because there is no satisfying her. This woman can't be satisfied. She talked about being on a farm with other women. Does she not realize that just like her, those other women are going to have sexual needs and sexual desires? They're going to pursue men. They're going to want men. They're not going to just be okay with being on a farm and drinking wine all day. That will not satisfy a woman. In fact, that won't even satisfy her. Right now, she's literally talking out of her ass. And I'm only fired up because when I see other women buy into this, I'm like, what is going on? Look at the numbers. There's not that, like, the percentage of men that are actually over 6. You know what? Let me do this. Let's do this live. What is the percentage of men that are over 6 feet tall?
According to Squarespace, in the U.S. population, about 14.5% of all men are 6 feet or over. Roughly
14%. 14%. All right. And I think it was a 0.5 in there. So let's just round that up and let's just call it 15%. Quick math. That means 85% of men are under 6 feet tall. Okay, let's do another one. What is the percentage of men that make over 100,000 per year?
According to Zippia, 17% of all men earn over 100,000.
17%. So I'm going to go ahead and make the number even easier. I'm going to just say that means 80% of men are not making $100,000 a year. So when this woman is talking about these standards and not lowering these standards, this is a horrible message for the rest of the women out there, because they're going to want a man. Especially when they have been or have became sexually active. Once a woman becomes sexually active, oh my God, she doesn't go back. In fact, if we're talking about loyal, exclusivity, better behavior, now I got a few examples of some good behavior. Let's see if she agrees with this as well. Actually, you know what? Let's not worry about that. Let's focus, fellas, focus on what you need to do. Your life's purpose is the most important thing. Why? Because when it comes to everything that we're experiencing in this world, think about this. You have a place to put clothes. You have clothes that you can put on. You can choose the type of clothes that you want to put on, whether you want to dress business, whether you want to dress casually, whether you want to dress in whatever you call fashion, right? Because everybody's definition of fashion is completely different, right? Then you have everything that we live in, from houses to apartments, townhomes, estates, mansions. Like, all of these creations have been built. That doesn't include the technology that we're all experiencing. Listen, we're living in a different time. So in order for you to enjoy life, listen to what this woman said and actually improve yourself, because now you're going to have all of the options that you're looking for. For instance, you can get the mom or you can get the daughter. They're both competing for the same man. So, fellas, I just want you guys to understand, adapt to dating. Don't get so caught up in all of the bad experiences that you think that all of the apples are rotten. Now, if the apple is rotten, remember, it can make you sick. So spit it out, throw it away. But what you also heard was this woman using friends with benefits, situationships, and flings. She used that as a reason to say that men haven't changed their behavior, when we all know women are sexually liberated. So I have to ask you guys, what do you think? Should women not lower their standards, or should you actually raise yours? Because I do believe in raising your standards as a man. If that woman is not loyal, exclusive, feminine, fit, sweet, a team player, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Now, I realize that there is no perfect woman. Now, she can be perfectly crafted or made for you, but she has to want to be that. She has to want that. So if she doesn't want that, it's going to be a rough one. So I'm going to close the video out here, fellas. Remember, comment under this video. Let me know, should you raise your standards, or should women lower her standards? Lower her standards. When you're watching these videos, you are becoming a better version of yourself. That means you 2.0. Other than that, I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.